Members of Congress are also offering tributes, plus questions about the implications of this attack on our national security. I'm joined now by Congressman Eric Swalwell, a Democrat from California, also a member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. I'm sure your committee will be looking into any warning signs that may have come before this attack. What's your initial reaction, Congressman Swalwell?
Thank you, John. We're meeting tomorrow to get an update, but right now America mourns the dead in Orlando, prays for those that are still alive, and thanks to law enforcement that went in with an armored vehicle and stormed the club and killed this terrorist. But a key question right now is who was this individual? Was he directed by ISIS to carry out this attack, or was he self-radicalized and was able to go down and buy a legally obtainable assault weapon of war to carry out this massacre?
You mentioned that armored vehicle. That's the Bearcat that they apparently used to ram into the club. Is that your understanding?
God bless that SWAT team that used that Bearcat and went into Pulse nightclub, because that was the only chance those victims in there had, and they stormed the club and were able to ultimately take down the terrorist.
But is that the kind of vehicle that the Obama administration no longer wants local police forces to have?
I want local police forces to have these types of vehicles when they're trained and use them responsibly, and situations like this show why they're important. Now we've seen abuses, across the country with untrained departments, but this is a case where, again, thank God for the police who went in there facing those bullets flying at them.
Yeah. Obviously, your committee, Intelligence, is one of the most revered and elite on Capitol Hill, but also charged with some of the most, important secrets in terms of our national security. What are the questions you're going to be asking at that initial meeting tomorrow?
In addition to who was this individual, and a larger question for Congress is, why do we continue to allow such evil people to have access to weapons of war like this? But also, what was missed? What did this individual do that could have caused alarm for family or friends or any law enforcement in the area? I think, I know the FBI is, committed to finding these individuals anywhere they are, but we have to be perfect, and it's very hard when you have somebody who has been self-radicalized and then can just go down and buy a readily available firearm and take out so many people. But those are the questions we'll be asking tomorrow because Americans expect us to ask them and keep them safe.
Heather mentioned earlier, that the FBI is overwhelmed. There are investigations underway in every state of people with affiliations with ISIS, more than 1,000 of them at last count. Would you be in favor of, I don't know, beefing up the FBI or providing more funding to continue to carry out these investigations?
Yes, the Intelligence Committee is committed to doing that. I'm committed to doing that. But, John, at the same time, we may never be able to take evil out of every heart in America, but we can strive to take a weapon of war out of as many hands as possible. And I hope that question is raised in a nonpartisan way before the Congress to make sure that so many people are never killed in such a horrific tragedy again.
Congressman Eric Swalwell, a member of the Intelligence Committee, a Democrat from California. We appreciate you coming on tonight, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, John.